So I'm here with Mike Cunningham at Skaters Paradise Skate Shop. Mike has been sharpening skates for
about 100 years.
Okay, so he's going to talk to us about figure blades from the era of figures and what was different about the blades and the sharpening process for the blades and why that mattered when you were trying to skate figure eights.
Back in the day when everybody did figures, figure blades were somewhat different than what you use for freestyle. Essentially it was the same type of blade, but it didn't have a toe pick. The toe picks were removed by the manufacturer, or in some cases the skate shop would take the toe pick down, and they were ground so that when you did a turn there was no toe pick to scratch or scrape the ice, and they were also sharpened very differently. As I mentioned, free skating sharpening is ½ inch, 7/16 of an inch. Dance grind is 3/8 of an inch, 5/16 of an inch. This is a freestyle gauge, and it says freestyle radius. The OG is Ogilvy Gutzman, Bob Ogilvy, and his collaborator. This is designated as an intermediate radius, and a lot of times skaters at the very beginning would have what we call a combination grind, which would be a 3/4 radius to maybe a 7/8 inch radius, which would allow you to do the basic free skating and still do the basic figures. But once you got past that point, you had to move on to a gauge that was set up for figures. This is figures A. These are the deeper hollows, and then this is figures B, which is the very, very shallow grind. The difference in the shape is quite drastic between that curvature or that curvature and that curvature or that curvature. This is a figure blade that's been sharpened for figures. It's had the toe pick removed so that there's no toe pick to drag on 3 turns and other turns. It is sharpened with about a 10 centimeter hollow, so it's almost flat. The edges have then been softened so they don't grab the ice. The purpose of the shallower grind is twofold. One, it reduces the amount of penetration that the edge gives into the ice surface, so that gives you better flow, much better travel over the ice, cleaner turns. The other thing is that by making the hollow flatter, it effectively makes the edges further apart, so there's a lot less chance of tracking 2 edges on a given figure.
So you can stay on your edge that you're supposed to be on, inside or outside, for an extended period of time and without worrying about ending up on a flat or changing edge when you don't want to.
And keep in mind, this is all done at a relatively slow speed. You're not at free skating speed, you're at a very slow, disciplined speed over the ice surface. To do this sharpening, we have 2 different dressing tools. This is a dressing tool that's used for free skating, and hook that into the sharpening machine like that. To measure the radius is a straight line between these 2 points here to there. That's the radius of that circle travel. Okay? We take the stone out and we put it in a different jig, and that fits in a different place on the sharpening machine. So what that does is that extends the line between the center points of this travel and the center point of the diamond stone. So this is now about 3 inches from there to there. That would give you a radius of hollow of somewhere between 8 and 9 centimeters. You can go out even further to the point where you get to there. That is right around the 11 centimeter mark. That's about where these blades are sharpened.